Hi, my name is Michelle Chaffardet, and I am a licensed marriage and family therapist. If you're struggling to communicate with your partner, here are three skills that you can implement starting today. The first skill that I like to teach my couples during couples therapy is a Gottman based communication strategy that is used to begin hard conversations without triggering defensiveness. And it is called the gentle startup. So, the gentle startup is really an antidote to the harsh startup. And the harsh startups are those communications or conversations where you begin with blame, criticism, or sarcasm and usually lead to escalation or shutdown. So instead of doing that, you are going to use the gentle startup, and I will give you the formula. The structure or the formula is I feel emotion about specific situation, and I need clear positive request. An example would be I feel overwhelmed when I'm the only one cleaning after work, and I need us to talk about how to split chores more fairly. So I'm talking about my feelings. I feel overwhelmed. I'm talking about the specific thing that's stressing me out, which is the cleaning after work. And I am telling you what is my need, what I need help with. So this would be a gentle startup compared to a harsh startup, which would be you never do anything around the house, you never help me clean, you're the worst, right? We know where that goes. The reasons why this works is because it reduces the chances of triggering defensiveness in the other partner. It focuses on needs instead of blame, and it really sets the stage for a resolution instead of reactivity. If the other partner does get triggered or defensive for whatever reason, that's on them. They have to go and regulate themselves. When you're feeling flooded, which is a physiological change, you need at least 20 minutes to kind of disengage for whatever's happening for your body to self regulate. So once you start feeling aggravated, your heartbeat going on, whatever that is, it's best to say, "Hey, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I can't talk about this now. Let's revisit this. Give me an hour. I'm going to go run an errand. I'll be back and we'll talk about it." Because it's always going to be conflict if you're feeling flooded. So the skill number 2, we call it the listening chair exercise. And this is a presence-based exercise that teaches emotional attunement and non-defensive listening. What it is an exercise that really creates structure space for each partner to be heard without interruption. Okay. We go into solution, we go into non judgment. It really teaches the foundational skill of attuned listening, which is really hard for some couples, right? Like they just like to interrupt each other. So being on this chair makes them really like, you're the speaker, you're the listener, and that's it. That's your only role. So, how it works is you set up two chairs, again, one for the speaker, one for the listener. The speaker shares something personal, meaningful, or vulnerable. The listener's job is only to just be fully present, listen, and then reflect back what they heard. Some of the prompts that you can use are what I'm hearing you say is, or it sounds like you feel fill in the blank. Or you can even ask questions like, did I get that right? Right? Like you really want to make sure that you understand the message that the listener is trying to give you, not the message that you think you're getting. It's kind of obvious why it works, but I'll tell you a little bit more. It slows down reactive patterns. It really shifts the focus from being right into being connected, and it does build trust through presence. If you're not present, you're just not there. You're not going to be a good listener, right? So I ask a lot of my couples, what does being a good listener mean to you? And I always tell them the fact that you are cutting her or him off means you're not really listening. You're not present. You're not trying to get in their shoes. You're just listening to react or defend yourself. And that just never goes anywhere. So that's why this activity where we take turns, I know it may sound a little bit like elementary school, but it does work. As long as you keep those rules where you can't interrupt, then you become present. Present is everything really. So number 3 would be my recommendation to do. You can do it daily or weekly. A weekly State of the Union check-in, a regular check-in, right? So regular communication rituals really keep couples connected, proactive, and emotionally attuned. So when you dedicate time each day or a week, even if it's 15 or 20 minutes, where partners check in intentionally, not just about logistics, not just about financials, like really about emotional and relational well being, it really creates like a building structure to talk about what's working, what needs attention, and how each partner is really doing beneath the surface. So it's more of a preventative measure, not a crisis intervention. It really strengthens the connection before the conflict happens. It's one thing what I tell you you should do, you could do, and then it's another one for you to go do it, right? Even if you start weekly, that's good enough. When it comes to time, like I mentioned, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 10, 15, whatever you have time for. But I do want you both to take that time away of distractions. I definitely don't want this to be just a quick hello and goodbye. I really want you to be focused and present and ask each other, how was this week for you? What's one thing that I could have done better to show my love to you, right? Or what's one thing that I could improve on? Like, again, this is not sit down to talk about logistics and the kids and who's going to cook what. It should really be an emotional check-in. Checking in with one another should be something that you guys want to do, unless maybe a partner is very resistant. And if they are, definitely a red flag. Definitely go seek some counseling. There must be something going on there. These are easy skills that, yes, you could do at home and you can start any of these any day. However, there is no shame in needing the extra help. Okay. Even if these three skills are wonderful and you're doing it right and it does help, but you still feel like is there still more to process? I mean, listen, if we put in the mix mental health, trauma, all the things, upbringings, feel attachment wounds, all that could be worked out in couples work, right? It's not just a communication piece. It's not just a conflict, even though that's 95% of the reason why couples come search me, right? We're fighting, we can't communicate. Once we start digging in, there's 1,000 things, right? So there's no shame in getting the help and searching for couples therapy, and they can teach you this and many more skills.